Hi, Mrs. Scott. Morgan Tomaszewski here. How crazy is this? I just want to say thank you so much for all you're doing to kind of keep our learning as normal as possible. I know that is not difficult, and none of us could have ever expected this, so thank you. Just a reminder that I'm doing the presentation on vegetarianism. Sorry, I know this is really difficult to see. So yes. I remember a day that changed my life forever. When my friend said, "Morgan, come look at this disgusting video that was just posted." This video was called Meet Your Meat, and I never knew that one video could change my life forever. From that day forward, I never ate meat again. It uncovered the disgusting truths of factory farming, and after I saw it, I did a ton of research on what eating meat does to animals and the environment and your body, and I decided to become a vegetarian. I had been a vegetarian for about 3 years, and a lot of my reasoning has come behind the ASPCA, PETA, as well as rescuing. I rescue dogs and cats, but I've also been on missions where I rescue livestock animals. One of the biggest problems in America today is the consumption of meat. A solution to this problem is becoming vegetarian to improve your health, reduce your negative impact on the environment, and also reduce animal cruelty. One of the biggest issues why you should become vegetarian is because of your health. There's something called the Big Nine, and it is cancer, type 2 diabetes, stroke, infection, Alzheimer's, kidney disease, respiratory tract infections, and problems with your liver. And when you eat meat throughout your life, it actually increases your chances of getting those in your old age by 26%. Also, meat. A lot of people say, well, I need meat because it is my only source of protein, and how am I going to be full? But in reality, the way that meat keeps you full is it's really difficult for your body to digest. So it sits in your body and it causes bloating and difficulties, and it puts a lot of stress on your intestines and your organs. The second issue on why meat is really bad for you is the impact that it causes on the environment. Did you know that 30% of the land that is used for farming is specifically used to feed cattle? So you probably think it would save so much money on you, it would save so much time to just use that land and make vegetables and feed it to humans. Also, cattle is one of the top causes of pollution. You've usually heard of greenhouse gases and the runoff that their waste causes, depleting our ozone layer, and thus leading to some serious climate change issues. And also it's really bad for our environment because as the need for America to eat meat in their meals, every day more land needs to be made to make room for cattle and make room for farms and make room for all the animals that's going to support. And habitats, local ecological habitats are being ruined, and local economies are being pushed out just to make farmland and support these big factory farming companies. And the third reason, the biggest reason to me, why you should not support eating meat, why you shouldn't eat meat, is because of the animal cruelty that goes into it. One of the pieces of animal cruelty are to pigs, and pigs are actually kept in these little tiny crates their entire life, and they're inseminated over and over again, and they have babies in this crate. They are unable to turn around. The males are kept in these disgusting cages, crates, I don't even know. They don't ever see daylight, they never seek medical care, and they're not able to ever develop pigs are smarter than dogs, so they're never able to really explore and get the mental stimulation that they need as animals. Chickens are another animal that are very abused in this industry. Chickens, when they are first born, their beaks are drilled down and shaved, so that they won't injure the other chickens when they're getting mentally depleted. And they're kept in complete darkness for their entire life. They're fed these very high-fat feed, and what happens is their breasts become so heavy that their legs actually snap because they can't support it. They're most of the time kept in little tiny crates, and there's hundreds of thousands of chickens in these sheds, and it's a huge reason for disease. There's a lot of diseases that develop from chickens kept in these small cages of confinement. And the last animal that is one of the most extremely abused animals in this industry is the cattle, or cow, you would call it, as well as veal, which are their babies. And these animals are very large. They're very expensive to take care of, and thus really expensive to buy, such as steak, sirloin, and that kind of thing. And when a mom is put into the dairy or the meat industry, she is inseminated over and over and over again, just like every other animal, and her baby is taken away from her within 1 to 3 minutes of her giving birth, and the baby is then kept in these small brown crates called veal crates, and the baby veal cannot move. They're stuck in these little crates, and so that they can stay tender for your own pleasure. The babies cry out for their moms all day long, and it's really heartbreaking. Moms are kept on these machines because in order for them to produce milk, they must have just given birth, just like a woman would be lactating. And they're strapped up on these machines for their whole life, unless they are, of course, giving birth or pregnant. And when they no longer have use, or when they can no longer have babies, which is about 3 years after this, they then are killed for us, for our meat. So the solution to this is you actually don't have to stop eating meat if you don't want to. Just reduce your intake. If it's not for the animal cruelty, do it for your health or do it for your environment. And if you are going to eat meat, at least be supporting local communities and local farmers, so that you're not supporting these huge factory farms. Local farmers, from what I've seen, actually do care a lot about their reputation, and they do care a lot about their animals, and they aren't required to kill a certain amount of animals per hour, so it's really nothing like to this kind of scale of cruelty. But you can become vegetarian. And a fun fact is vegetarians, on average, in Michigan have lived 10 years longer than people who do not eat meat. So if you want to live longer, you should become vegetarian. In conclusion, becoming vegetarian, reducing your intake of meat, or supporting local can improve your health, reduce animal cruelty, and reduce a negative impact on the environment. So take action for your body, and take action for your earth, and also take action for the innocent beings who are being tortured and killed each and every day for meat eaters. Thank you.